Ethan wiped the floor for the 100th time that day. The space station hummed around him, a massive structure floating silently above a distant planet. Metal walls stretched for miles, and the bright lights made the place feel cold and empty. He had worked here for years, cleaning corridors, fixing minor leaks, and making sure everything looked neat. No one noticed him much. He was just a janitor, invisible to most. But Ethan didn't mind. He liked simple work and it kept his mind calm. As he pushed a mop down a quiet hallway, a sudden noise caught his attention. Something heavy like metal scraping against the wall. He froze, listening. The station was supposed to be empty at this hour. He followed the sound carefully, moving toward a restricted area where humans were not allowed without special clearance. Around the corner he saw her. She was crouched behind a stack of supplies, her hands trembling. Her hair was long and silver, glowing faintly under the station lights, and her clothes looked strange, like nothing he had seen before. Her eyes were wide, filled with fear. Ethan instinctively crouched behind a wall and watched her. "Who are you?" he whispered. She jumped slightly at his voice. "Please, don't tell anyone," she said in a voice that was soft yet commanding. Her accent was strange, almost musical. "I'm being followed. They will catch me. I need help." Ethan felt a surge of concern. He was just a janitor. He had no weapons, no security clearance, nothing to fight with. But he could hide people. He knew the station better than anyone. He had spent years memorizing every corridor, every hidden passage, every supply closet. Helping her was risky, but something inside him told him he couldn't leave her there. "Okay," he said quietly. "I can help. But you have to trust me." The girl nodded, relief flashing across her face. She jumped up, letting Ethan guide her through hidden corridors. They moved carefully, avoiding cameras and patrolling guards. Ethan's heart raced, but he stayed calm. He had done small things like this before, hiding stray animals or helping someone escape a minor trouble, but never anything this dangerous. Finally, they reached a supply closet far from the main hallways. Ethan opened the door and motioned for her to enter. "You'll be safe here for a while," he said. She looked around, eyes wide. "Thank you, human," she said. "I don't even know your name." "Ethan," he replied. "And you?" "Lyra," she said softly. I'm a princess. But that doesn't matter right now. They're trying to take me back." Ethan blinked. A princess? On a space station? It sounded impossible. But her fear felt real and her words seemed true. He nodded. "I'll help you, Lyra. Just stay quiet." For a few tense minutes they waited in silence. Then suddenly footsteps echoed outside the closet. Ethan's stomach sank. A supervisor, one of the station's strict overseers, appeared at the door. His face was stern. "What are you doing here, Ethan?" the man demanded. "This area is off limits. Explain yourself." Ethan stepped forward, trying to stay calm. I was just cleaning, sir," he said, hoping it would be enough. The supervisor narrowed his eyes. "I saw you lead someone into a restricted area. You know the rules. You're fired, effective immediately." Ethan felt his chest tighten. Fired? Just like that? He had never been in trouble before. He tried to argue, to explain that the girl was in danger, but the supervisor shook his head. "No excuses. Security will escort you off the station." Lyra peeked from the closet, her eyes wide. Ethan gave her a small nod, a silent promise that he hadn't forgotten her. He stood tall even as security approached, guiding him toward the exit. His hands were shaking, but he didn't look scared. He had done the right thing. That was enough. Outside the main hall, as he walked through the cold, metallic corridors, Ethan's mind raced. He had lost his job. He might not find work anywhere else on the station. And yet he felt a strange sense of pride. He had helped someone who needed it. Someone important, it seemed. As he left the building, he didn't notice the small, glowing figure watching him from a shadowed corner. Lyra had followed him, invisible to the guards. She whispered softly to herself, "Thank you, Ethan. You don't know what you've done, but you will soon." Ethan stepped onto the observation deck, looking out at the stars. The station floated above a bright blue planet, rings spinning slowly below. He felt small, just a single human among millions of beings in the galaxy. But he also felt alive. Something told him this was only the beginning. Something incredible was coming, though he had no idea what it might be. And somewhere in the shadows, Princess Lyra smiled. She had chosen the right human. Ethan wandered through the crowded streets of the space station, feeling a heavy weight in his chest. He no longer had a job. Security had escorted him off the station, and the supervisor's words still echoed in his mind. "No excuses. "You're fired." He had never imagined that helping someone could cost him everything. The station was alive with activity. Ships landed and took off, traders shouted prices, and aliens of all shapes and colors hurried through the corridors. Yet Ethan felt invisible. People passed by without noticing him. He had once been invisible by choice, comfortable in the background. Now it felt like a punishment. He found a quiet corner and sat down. His hands were still shaking from the confrontation with the supervisor. He tried to replay the events in his mind. Had he done something wrong? He had helped someone in danger, someone who couldn't protect herself. And yet the system punished him. It didn't make sense. As he sat there, staring at the floor, a small flicker of light caught his eye. A tiny holographic projection appeared in front of him, glowing softly. Ethan blinked. No one else was nearby. The message was from Princess Lyra. "Ethan," the message said in her soft, musical voice. "I cannot thank you enough. You risked everything to help me. I am safe now because of you." Ethan's heart skipped a beat. The girl he had saved had remembered him. He touched the projection, trying to make sense of it. "Lyra, how are you sending this? I thought you were trapped." "I am safe," she said. "But not for long. I am planning my next move." "You were brave. That is rare for a human. You helped me when no one else would. I will not forget it." Ethan felt warmth spread through him. For a moment he forgot the anger and shame of losing his job. Someone appreciated him. Someone important. Maybe his actions were not wasted after all. He tried to find new work, but it was harder than he expected. News of his disobedience had spread through the station. Supervisors whispered about the human janitor who had broken protocol. Tradespeople avoided him, worried that associating with him might bring trouble. Even his old friends kept their distance. Days passed. Ethan cleaned small rooms here and there, helping people quietly, but it was not the same. The feeling of worth, of being useful, was gone. Yet he did not regret his choice. He had saved someone's life. That mattered more than a job. At night, Ethan returned to his small quarters and stared at the stars. The planet below glowed like a sapphire, the rings spinning slowly. He wondered about Lyra. What would happen to her? Could she survive the dangers she faced? He wished he could do more, but he had no power, no weapons, no influence. And yet, a part of him felt that something was about to change. The holographic message from Lyra kept replaying in his mind. "You were brave. I will not forget it." Why did those words feel like a promise? In the shadows of the station, unseen by anyone, Lyra observed him. She had chosen Ethan for a reason. His kindness, his courage, his willingness to help a stranger. All rare traits for humans in her experience. She whispered to herself, "He is the one. He will play a part in what is coming." Ethan continued to struggle, trying to make ends meet. He carried small supplies for traders, cleaned ship cargo bays for tips, and helped repair broken machines for a few credits. Each day was hard, but he refused to give up. He knew he had done the right thing. That thought gave him strength. One evening, as he walked past the docking area, he noticed something strange. A small, glowing object hovered near the entrance. It was a tiny device projecting a soft blue light. Ethan picked it up carefully. Another message appeared, this time with a symbol he had never seen before. "Ethan," Lyra's voice said again, calm and certain. "I have something to show you. You helped me without asking for anything. Now it is time for you to see what your courage has brought." Ethan stared at the device, unsure what it meant. Could it be dangerous? Could it be a trick? Yet deep down he felt trust. He had risked everything for Lyra once. Perhaps now she was returning the favor in a way he could never imagine. He looked at the glowing stars above the station and took a deep breath. The fear of being alone, of having nothing, started to fade. Maybe losing his job was not the end. Maybe it was the beginning of something greater. Lyra's words echoed in his mind one last time that night. "You were brave. I will not forget it." And for the first time in days, Ethan allowed himself to hope. He did not know what would happen next. He did not know what dangers or wonders awaited him. But he knew one thing: helping someone even at great cost had made him feel alive. And somehow he felt certain that life was about to reward his courage in a way he could never have expected. The stars shone brighter that night, as if signaling that something incredible was coming. 3 days had passed since Ethan lost his job. The space station had continued its busy routine as if nothing had happened, but for Ethan, life felt different. He wandered the corridors aimlessly, cleaning small rooms and helping people quietly, but his mind was elsewhere. Every time he looked at the stars outside, he thought of Lyra, the alien princess he had helped. He wondered if she had survived, if she was safe, and if his choice to help her had made any difference at all. That evening, as he sat on a bench near the observation deck, a small flicker of light appeared in front of him. At first he thought it was a reflection from the planet below, but the glow grew brighter and formed a small holographic projection. Ethan leaned closer, his heart beating fast. The projection showed Lyra's face, her silver hair shining softly under the light. "Ethan," she said, her voice calm and clear, "I am grateful to you. You risked everything to help me. I am safe now because of your courage." Ethan blinked in surprise. "Lyra, you're alive?" he whispered, almost not believing it. "Yes," she replied. "But my journey is not over. I have been in hiding, planning my next steps. You were brave, Ethan. Most humans would have ignored me or worse, turned me in. You chose to help when it mattered the most." Ethan felt warmth in his chest. Her words made him feel seen, appreciated. For the first time in days he smiled. "I did what I thought was right. I didn't expect thanks, or this." Lyra's eyes softened. "You have a pure heart, Ethan. That is why I need to show you something. I cannot explain everything yet, but it is important that you trust me. Meet me at the docking bay in the old storage area at the edge of the station. Come alone." Ethan hesitated. The station was full of rules and dangers. Meeting a hidden alien princess could mean trouble. But something in her voice made him trust her. He nodded to the hologram. "I'll come." The next day Ethan carefully made his way to the docking bay. He avoided the main corridors, moving through lesser-known pathways he had memorized over the years. His heart pounded with both fear and excitement. What could Lyra want to show him? He didn't know, but he felt that it would change his life. Finally he reached the old storage area. The room was quiet, filled with crates and forgotten machinery. He could feel the faint hum of alien technology in the air. Then from the shadows a figure stepped forward. Lyra, in her full royal attire, glowing faintly, appeared before him. She looked taller and more majestic than he remembered. Her eyes sparkled with intelligence and purpose. "Ethan," she said softly, "thank you for coming. You have nothing to fear." Ethan took a cautious step forward. "Lyra, what is this? Why did you call me here?" She held out a small device, no larger than a human hand, glowing with a soft blue light. "This is for you," she said. "You helped me when you had nothing to gain. You acted with courage and kindness. I want to give you a gift, a small token of gratitude." Ethan stared at the device. It looked like nothing he had ever seen. I don't understand. What is it?" Lyra smiled. "It is an alien invention created for those who show great courage. It can help you in ways humans have never imagined. It is not dangerous, but it will change the way you see your potential. You helped me when no one else would. Now it is time for you to see what your actions have truly earned." Ethan felt a mix of awe and disbelief. He had been a simple janitor, invisible to most, punished for doing the right thing. And now an alien princess was offering him something extraordinary. His hands shook slightly as he took the device. It felt warm, almost alive in his grasp. Lyra stepped closer. "You don't need to decide now. But know this, Ethan, your courage has not gone unnoticed. You have the power to do more than you ever dreamed. Trust yourself as you trusted me." Ethan nodded, still staring at the glowing object. I trust you, Lyra. I don't know what this is, but I will try to use it wisely." Lyra's eyes glowed softly. "That is all I ask. Remember, Ethan, life sometimes rewards those who act without thinking of themselves. You helped me because it was the right thing to do. Now the galaxy has noticed your heart." As she disappeared into the shadows, leaving only the soft glow of the device behind, Ethan felt a strange energy flow through him. He didn't yet understand what it was or how it worked, but he sensed that his life would never be the same. For the first time he felt hope, excitement, and a sense of purpose. Ethan looked out through the observation window, the stars twinkling brightly. The station continued its endless work, but he knew something incredible was about to happen. The human janitor, who had lost everything for helping an alien princess, was about to discover that courage and kindness could change not only his life but the world around him. And somewhere beyond the stars, Lyra watched him with a quiet smile, knowing that she had chosen the right human for the extraordinary journey ahead. Ethan held the small device in his hands, staring at it as if it were a living thing. Its soft blue glow pulsed gently, almost like it was breathing. He still could not believe what had happened. Just a few days ago he had been fired, humiliated, and wandering the station with no future. Now an alien princess had chosen him, given him a gift, and promised that his life was about to change. He hesitated for a moment, then pressed a small button on the device. A gentle warmth spread through his body, starting from his hands and moving up to his chest. His heart raced, but it wasn't fear. It was excitement, a strange energy he had never felt before. Suddenly, he noticed things he had never seen in the station before: tiny cracks in the walls, hidden panels, and faint energy lines running through the floors. Every detail became clear. His senses felt sharper. Ethan moved carefully, testing the device. When he touched a broken console, it repaired itself under his hands as if the machine recognized his intent. He could understand its workings instantly, as though the device was teaching him. He looked at the floor and saw a small spill of liquid. Without thinking, he absorbed it into a tiny gadget on his belt, neutralizing the mess. Even his reflexes felt faster. A loose crate that could have fallen now hovered safely as he passed by. He took a deep breath and smiled. This was incredible. He had always been a janitor, cleaning and fixing what others ignored. But now he could do more. He could save lives, repair machines, and make the station safer in ways no ordinary human could. Later that day, a minor accident occurred in the station. A fire broke out in a small engine room. Alarms blared and people ran in panic. Ethan, guided by the device, sprinted through the corridors faster than any worker or security officer. He reached the engine room in seconds, his enhanced reflexes helping him avoid falling debris. Using the device, he controlled the fire suppression system, directing water and foam precisely where it was needed. The fire died out in moments and no one was hurt. People stared at him in shock. They had seen him only as a janitor, a quiet human who had never been noticed. And now he had saved the engine room and perhaps dozens of lives. Whispers spread quickly. "Did you see the janitor? He saved the engine room." Ethan realized something important. The device was powerful, but it didn't make him a hero. His courage, quick thinking, and willingness to help were what made him succeed. The device amplified what was already inside him. He had been brave before and he had acted selflessly. Now he had the tools to do even more. That evening, Lyra appeared in the observation deck, her glow soft against the starry background. "You have done well, Ethan," she said. "I knew you were capable, but seeing you in action confirms it. Humans have great potential when they choose to act with courage and kindness." Ethan looked at her, slightly embarrassed. It's not just the device. I just wanted to help. I never thought I could do all this." Lyra smiled. "Exactly. And that is why you were chosen. The device only brings out what is already inside. Humans like you are rare in the galaxy. You do not seek power for yourself. You act because it is right. That is the true strength of your species." Ethan felt a surge of pride. He had always thought of himself as ordinary, invisible. But now he understood that even an ordinary human could make a difference. And not just a small difference. The device, his courage, and his choices could change the lives of many. The news of the miraculous janitor spread across the station. Traders, engineers, and even high-ranking officials began to take notice. They whispered about the human who had fixed broken systems, prevented disasters, and moved with skills that seemed impossible. For the first time, Ethan felt respected not because of a title or rank but because of his actions. That night, he stood at the observation window looking out at the stars. The planet below glowed, rings spinning slowly in its orbit. He thought about his life, about the choice he had made to help Lyra, and how that one decision had changed everything. Losing his job had felt devastating, but now it seemed like a small step toward something greater. Lyra approached quietly, standing beside him. "You see, Ethan," she said softly, "sometimes life rewards those who act without expecting anything in return. Your courage and kindness opened the door to a future you could never have imagined." Ethan nodded. "I still don't know what comes next," he said. "But I feel ready. Ready to do what I can, help who I can, and maybe make a difference." Lyra's eyes glowed softly. "The galaxy will notice, Ethan. You have been chosen for something extraordinary. The future is not just about you. It is about what humans can do when they rise above fear and act with heart." Ethan smiled, feeling a strength he had never known. The human janitor, once invisible and unimportant, was now a force to be reckoned with. Not because of alien technology alone, but because he had chosen to help, to care, and to act when it mattered most. And somewhere beyond the station, hidden among the stars, Lyra knew that Ethan's story was only beginning. The incredible journey that started with a simple act of kindness was far from over. Ethan stood on the observation deck, looking out at the endless stars. The station was quiet now, the hum of machinery and distant ships filling the background. He had spent days learning to use the device Lyra had given him, discovering skills he never thought possible. But tonight felt different. Tonight he sensed that something big was about to happen. something that would change his life forever. The announcement came suddenly. The station's communication system buzzed, and a holographic voice echoed across the corridors. Attention all personnel. By decree of Princess Lyra of Zarithia, we recognize a human, Ethan, formerly a janitor, as a hero of the station. His courage, skill, and selflessness have prevented disaster and saved countless lives. All are instructed to honor and assist him. Ethan's jaw dropped. People stopped in the halls, whispering, staring. He had never expected recognition, never dreamed of being honored. He had acted out of kindness, not ambition. Yet now the galaxy itself seemed to notice him. Lyra appeared beside him, glowing softly under the observation deck lights. "Ethan," she said, "you have proven what humans are capable of. You act with courage, intelligence, and heart. You are not just a janitor. You are a protector, a guide, and an example for others." Ethan shook his head, still in disbelief. I don't know what to say. I never wanted recognition. I just wanted to help." Lyra smiled. "And that is why you were chosen. True strength is not about seeking praise or power. It is about doing the right thing even when it costs everything. You have shown that strength, Ethan. That is why I invite you to join my council on Zarithia. You will help guide our people, protect our worlds, and show the galaxy what humans can do." Ethan's heart raced. The idea of leaving the station, of traveling to Lyra's planet, was both terrifying and thrilling. He had never imagined leaving his simple life behind, yet now he felt ready. I will do it," he said finally. "I will help however I can." The news spread quickly. Station workers, traders, and even alien officials came to congratulate him. They offered assistance, supplies, and advice. What had once been whispers of scorn now turned into respect and admiration. Ethan realized that losing his job had been a turning point. Without it, he might never have stepped forward to help Lyra, and he might never have discovered the potential he now held. That night, as he prepared for his journey, Ethan walked through the corridors he had cleaned countless times. He remembered every mop, every small repair, every quiet act no one noticed. All those years of small, careful work had shaped him into someone who could act decisively, someone who could see details others missed. All those small choices had prepared him for this moment. Lyra led him to a sleek starship waiting at the station's edge. The craft was unlike anything Ethan had ever seen, smooth, luminous, humming with energy. As he stepped inside, he felt a thrill of excitement. For the first time in his life, he realized that his courage and kindness had opened doors to the galaxy itself. The ship lifted off, moving past the rings of the planet, past the clouds, and into the vast darkness of space. Ethan looked out at the stars, feeling small but important at the same time. He thought about the choices he had made, the decision to help Lyra, the bravery to act even when it cost him everything, the trust he had given without expecting anything in return. All of it had led him here. Lyra watched him quietly, smiling. "Humans are remarkable," she said softly. "You proved that. The galaxy will remember this day, and it will remember you, Ethan. Not because of your title or wealth, but because of your heart and your courage." Ethan felt a warmth in his chest, a sense of pride he had never known. He had once been invisible, a simple janitor no one cared about. Now he was a hero recognized across worlds, and invited to shape the future of an entire civilization. He realized that being human meant more than weakness or smallness. It meant resilience, intelligence, and the power to make a difference. The journey ahead would be full of challenges. There would be dangers, choices, and sacrifices. But Ethan no longer feared the unknown. He had faced fear before, acted with courage, and discovered strength within himself. He was ready to face whatever the galaxy had to offer. As the starship moved past distant planets, Ethan looked at the glowing blue light of Zarithia in the distance. He felt hope, purpose, and excitement. His life had changed completely in just a few days. Lost jobs, saved a princess, gained extraordinary powers, and now a place among the stars. And somewhere in the shadows of the universe, Lyra's people watched, knowing that this human, small and unassuming at first, had become the symbol of what humans could achieve. A janitor had become a hero, not through luck or skill alone, but through kindness, courage, and heart. Ethan smiled. He was ready. Ready to help, ready to protect, and ready to show the galaxy that even the most ordinary human could do the extraordinary. The stars stretched endlessly before him, and for the first time Ethan felt truly limitless.